'Tis the season for new beginnings, a fresh start, getting our lives together finally, maybe, hopefully. And today's video is part of a series where I'm going to be tackling different areas and spaces in my home and just restoring a little bit of order to the chaos. Today is going to be a pantry refresh, makeover, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to go about this differently than my past pantry makeover videos because I think I figured out a new system that's going to work a little bit better, be a little bit more cost effective, and ultimately just make the process a lot easier. My name is Megan Fox. If you are new to my channel, I am a Mennonite mom and I am kind of in the process of making our house our home. So come along with me as I take our pantry from whoa to wow. Let's go. So if you are a regular on my channel, you will know that we have this like entire wall that is just lined with cabinetry space. This kitchen is not really laid out how I would like it, but it is a fixer-upper and we are continually trying to make it, you know, a little bit more modern. But the pantry is actually one area that I'm learning to really love. This left side is pretty much just gonna stay the way it is. I have my cookbooks up here, some serving dishes, crock pots, and other kitchen appliances. So this one's not gonna change a ton. As you can see, we painted the exterior. Those of you that watched that video, this is about 9 months later, I would say, and you can see the paint is still holding up really well. There is some scuffing down here close to the floor where like the sweeper kind of damaged it or like the kids ran into it with like toys and stuff. But yeah, it really is looking good yet. But the problem comes in with this pantry and this pantry. Okay, so let me show you. Do I really want to do this? Yeah, it's just really bad. But you know what? There's nothing like a good before to make the after look that much better. So this is kind of like where I store our just condiments, cereals, dry goods, things like that. And then over here on this right side is where I have my baking supplies, and it is not much better. Oh my goodness, my mom would be mortified. But yes, I'm going to make this a lot more organized and also aesthetically pleasing. So let me show you how I'm gonna do that. So the first thing I'm going to do actually is not just go buy a bunch of containers. I'm actually going to declutter my pantry, take everything out, clean it out, assessing the situation, decluttering things that are bad or need to go, or just, you know, consolidating partial bags together and stuff. And then I'm gonna look at what I have and see what specific containers I'm gonna need to make it look pretty and functional. So you might be thinking this is just such a waste of time trying to go ahead and organize and declutter when you don't actually have the containers and the storage that you need. But I'm telling you guys, I think I'm always gonna do it this way from now on because I saved so much money actually buying the things that I needed. So often when I'm gonna redo a pantry or a closet or a different area like that, I will just look at the mess, look at the craziness, and try to guess the amount of things I'm gonna need, the shapes and the sizes of the bins and that type of stuff. And this way you totally omitted that, you organize without spending a dime, and then you can kind of see what you need. And so you're gonna see as we go along here that this method I really am loving, and I encourage you guys to try it as well, especially if you're trying to save some money and you know you just don't want to buy a bunch of stuff and have to return a lot of it later. This ends up saving time in a different way depending how you look at it. So here I am just taking everything out, and I know this pantry looks a fright, and like I said, it's just the holidays and my husband going in there for stuff. We've been entertaining a little bit here and there, and yeah, there's just so much, you know, busyness that we just throw everything back in and don't find a place for it. And I feel like clutter also breeds more clutter. When it's not half organized, then what's the motivation to, you know, put things back where they actually belong when you can just easily throw it on the top, you know? So I am very embarrassed about this, but I'm willing to bet that a lot of you have pantries that have looked or do look like this right now. And yes, I still have some Christmas decor up. I just couldn't bear to take it down right away. The kids like it. So I'll probably start taking Christmas decor down in kind of like a process, just as I have time or as an area bothers me or as I just want like a clean, fresh area. Are you guys like that too? There's this time between Christmas and like spring and summer that it's just nice to have like a bare, clean, minimal looking space. And I often do that over, you know, the winter months. I'm definitely not a minimalist, but it is really nice to have a touch of that in my life just so I can see, wow, it really is fast to clean and stuff if you don't have all kinds of things everywhere. And I didn't show a lot of this here, but as I'm cleaning, I am throwing away things that are expired or just like going stale, half empty packages. just things that we are not going to use, and it feels wasteful to throw it away. It really does, but you tried it and it didn't work, or the ingredients were not what you thought. And, you know, it feels really wasteful, but at the same time, it's not doing you any service just sitting there waiting till it expires. And I try to take each like guilty moment and turn it into like a learning experience. Okay, we don't like quinoa, so don't buy that again, you know, or whatever. It's not a foolproof plan, but hopefully we'll cut down on some regrets in the future. Okay, so I have everything out on the counter here. There's so much stuff. I have like homemade salsa here. Ooh, Fiesta Sunshine mix I'd forgotten about, still sealed up. Oh, Martin's pretzels, best pretzels around. Actually, there's a lot of good things in here. I think it'd be fun to do like a pantry staple must-haves video sometime, because we all have such like different ideas of necessities. Check this out, bruschetta from Trader Joe's. Anyway, there is one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about today, and that is our vitamins that we are taking right now from Ritual. These are Josh's. These are prenatals that I take. I've just always taken prenatals since I've had Evonnie, because I'm kind of in the age of life where I'm having kids. Here's women's vitamins. Here's Josh's vitamins, and the kids' vitamins are almost gone. Time for some new ones. These are like the gummy ones. So eating a little bit more healthy, I think, is like on everybody's New Year's resolutions this year. So Ritual makes it super easy to make sure you are filling in the gaps in your diet. Ritual is vegan friendly, sugar-free, non-GMO, gluten-free, and allergen-free. And their multivitamins include 9 different key nutrients like omega-3 or vitamin D. They actually also have a men's multivitamin, a prenatal, a postnatal, 50+, and also a kids vitamin as well. And they are all about transparency, where they source all of their nutrients and ingredients from. One thing I love is that you can actually see the different ingredients inside the capsule, and they actually smell good. Like when you open the can up, you just smell, it smells like minty. I don't know, I've had multivitamins already that did not smell good. And so I just think that's like going the extra mile, making sure that taking your vitamins is not an unpleasant experience. So if you'd like to start a new habit, or maybe continue an old one and use some good quality vitamins that come straight to your door, go ahead and click on the link down below in my description box and use my code, and they're gonna give my viewers 10% off for their first 3 months of using Ritual. I know you guys are gonna like it. It's been a great experience for us, and I just like to have confidence that I am doing what I can for my body, especially, yeah, in this busy season of life. So thank you, Ritual, for sponsoring this video. Back to the organizing. So after I had all my items out on my countertops, I felt like I had my own little store here. I started putting things back again in like groups. I wasn't focused on making it look pretty or anything like that. I was purely focused on like the function and how I wanted to group things. I have recently been enjoying the channel called Clutterbug here on YouTube, and I, through that, have learned that I am definitely more of a big picture girl. I don't like to have a ton of different like itemized areas, just like a few bigger areas. So I guess that makes me a ladybug, but I do like visual prettiness too. So I'm gonna try to find a way to mesh both of those. And if you've never heard of the Clutterbug channel, I definitely encourage you to go check that out. I'll try to link it down below if I remember. This time of year, we're all about, you know, trying to organize and clean up our spaces. At least I am. I know I'm like that every January, which is why I'm trying to make this video for you all as well. Hopefully this motivation catches on and you guys find some inspiration to declutter a space in your home. Okay, it's getting dark, but I wanted to just show you, I have everything back in the pantry again. Obviously I haven't bought anything yet. It's not looking good, it's not super organized. I decluttered, I consolidated, and now I can actually see what I'm working with, what I need to buy. I'm gonna make a list. This entire bin is all like candy and gifts and stuff that I have to figure out what to do with, because we're not eating all that stuff. Some of it will store, I'm sure. I would like to get a cute container, because this is something that we always keep on hand, and I think it'd be better just to have it easily that we can grab and go with it. And then you can see in this pantry here, by the way, the kids are up if you hear noises. You can see that I don't have anything for my cocoa, so I need a bunch of actually small containers, because like, I usually have raisins around. I'd like to have them in a container. And then I'm not in love with these red lids, so I'm about to change that. I will show you in a bit. I really, really hope it works out, because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't usually love red. I know I'm wearing it at the moment, but I don't decorate with red. I'm more of an orange girl. And nothing is labeled, so that makes it a little more confusing, so I'm gonna do that as well. I also want to get a bin for whole wheat flour, because I usually have some of that on hand as well. So yeah, just a bunch of different things I see I'm gonna need. no. No tasty cake. It's almost supper time. And I'm fine with cans being just like lined up. That way I can see what I want. I don't necessarily need a box for them. But some of these like more random things that are taller and stick out, I think I want a box for those. So I'm gonna keep that in mind. Gonna go look what Amazon has, Dollar Tree, Walmart, and I'll meet you back in a little bit. Okay, so it is the next day and I'm ready to start on my canister project. I thought about donating them or just getting rid of them, but I really love these modular mates from Tupperware, I think it is. They're just so space saving and they stack really nicely, and I think I can make them look cute if I put a label on them and get rid of this red. This red is just not me. So I'm going to wash the lids and then I'm gonna actually try to spray paint them black, and we will see how that looks. Also, my white contact paper just showed up, and so as you can see here, it's about 15 inches and the shelf is 12, so it should wrap really nicely around just to make everything look whiter and cleaner, and also to protect the shelves because they are wood and they are getting a little bit nicked up here and there. We are just gonna see how this works on this bevel, but I have high hopes, so I have those two projects to work on this afternoon, and after that I have a whole bunch of pretty things to unbox and start making this all look nice. So I have mixed feelings on this project. I do not regret that I did it, but I don't know if I want to recommend it to you guys as it is spray paint. I'm spray painting the lids. First of all, I took them off of my modular mates that I had gotten from Tupperware, and I just washed them really thoroughly, and then I was gonna go spray paint them. And I decided not to spray paint the insides. I know it did say that spray paint would be food safe, at least the stuff I was reading said that the spray paint is food safe after it cures, but it just felt, I don't know, it felt a little toxic to me or something, all those fumes and things. So I decided to just spray painted the tops of the lids, and I am hesitant to recommend it to you guys because I don't know like how great this is gonna be over the long term. I love how it looks, you know, now that it's done. I love the black lids, but I think in the future, if any of you are going about, you know, starting your homes or whatever, just buy neutral looking storage containers. You can never go wrong with neutrals. You'll never hate them, and that's just my advice. Okay, I thought it was important to mention here that Tupperware does, I think, or at one point they did offer black lids, so that would obviously be the best option, or just check on something on Amazon. Glass containers, I love, but yeah. I don't know if this is gonna work or not. It's definitely not the first choice, you know, to spray paint your lids, but it does say that once spray paint is cured, it should be food safe because we're not like eating off these lids or anything. So I'm gonna take these out in the garage, spray paint them, and yeah, we'll see if it works. And it is super important that for the spray paint that you use, make sure it says that it bonds to plastic if you're gonna try this. Like I said, I'm not recommending it necessarily, but I'm all about trying out DIYs. Sometimes they work and sometimes they don't, and that's just the nature of DIYs, right guys? Okay, so here I am moving on to this super relaxing project of putting contact paper or shelf liner, whatever you want to call it, on here. You could even use peel and stick wallpaper. I thought about putting peel and stick wallpaper on the back like walls of the pantry, but I decided it would look way too busy, and so I opted out of doing that. So if you're gonna do this, it's actually really easy. Just cut the contact paper to about the exact size, leave a little bit of room for air, and then just peel back the backing on the one side and stick that to the shelf. And then as you peel off the backing, the contact paper is just gonna unfurl and lay itself down, and then you just have to push out any air bubbles. Yeah, it was super fun and relaxing. I was listening to, I think I was listening to the Clutter Bug here as I was doing this. Yeah, it's just fun to feel like you are organizing and, you know, cleaning with someone else. I also found another channel that I'm really liking, which is called Faith and Flower. She is older than me and in a different stage of life, but she's really organized and relaxing, and her voice just, I don't know, I really enjoy her channel. I just found it the other day. So I'm just continuing with this project, getting all the shelving done, and unlike my spray painting project, I'm pretty confident that this one will work for you guys. I really liked it. I don't know how long this contact paper is gonna hold up. I will link it down below. All the products that I find from Amazon, I will definitely link down below. This was a nice, sturdy, wipeable surface, so I have high hopes, but you never know. Okay, now that all my shelves are lined and I just kind of threw everything back in there because it's about to get reorganized again, I wanted to show you guys my organizing systems and bins and tell you where I got them. I don't know if I'll need everything or not. We will wait and see. These are from Amazon and they're like this black metal and they have wooden handles. I actually don't think I'm gonna use them. You can see I left them in the packaging because my drawers are 12 inches in depth and these are just a hair over. So I could put them this way, but then I can only put one per shelf and yeah, I don't know. They just look a little too farmhousey. I'm trying to go for more like minimal boho type of look. Yeah, maybe like more of a soft woven basket would look better. I'm not sure. But then I got this set from Amazon. I'll link it below. I love it. It's so cute. It's glass. Trying to switch more towards glass when I can. I'm not throwing out my plastic, but as I need new stuff, I'm trying to get glass. These here were from Walmart and they were really affordable and I just spray painted the lids black. This was a jar from a friend. I'm gonna use a lot of mason jars as you can see here. These are just plastic lids. You can get these on Amazon. I think I got these at Good Store, which is a store in our area. Here's a small jar. It's not gonna be airtight, so it depends if I find something that I wanna put in there that doesn't need to, you know, be sealed. But it looks really pretty anyway. And then these I'm so excited about. I love bins. I am definitely a out of sight, out of mind type of person. I don't like to see clutter. And so I can just throw like some of like the salad toppings and random bags and stuff like that into these and they fit perfectly, I believe. So I'm really excited about that. I actually wish I would have ordered another set. And then I don't think I'll be using these. I don't know, I just saw them down there and I thought they looked cute. If I need something, these are like a half cup little baskets, but yeah, I just pulled them out of my storage downstairs. So we will see which ones I end up using and then I get to label them all yet too. So let's get started on this. So in true Megan fashion, I started by making a mess. No, this is not some crazy witch's brew. This is actually my collagen peptides I got from Vital Proteins a while back from Amazon. I had great intentions of adding this to my coffees and my smoothies and stuff, just to give me better nails and skin. But yeah, I haven't been using it a lot lately, but I have not given up hope. I'm putting it in this jar and hopefully I will be enticed to use it more in 2021. Next, you're going to see me putting some strange looking little pods in this container here. These are what you call nitrogen cartridges. Josh shocked my socks off this Christmas and bought me a nitro cold brew system. It just makes your coffee super smooth, super foamy. I'm sure you've had it before if you ever went to Starbucks and ordered their nitro cold brew. It's always more expensive. The cold brew makes it not acidic, and then having the nitrogen in it makes it super, super smooth. So this is my absolute favorite way to drink an iced coffee. And my husband went and bought me this really bougie little setup. So I will definitely show that to you in a future video. And I just went about decanting things, trying to match things up by size. It was hard to know. Some of the things I didn't have a lot of, like white rice, but I knew that usually when I buy rice, I buy a big amount of it. So I put that into a larger container than, you know, was needed at the moment. Same with cocoa and some things like that. Cocoa, oh my word, this stuff makes such a big mess. I should have did it maybe over at the sink or just worked a little more slowly and not like poofed everything everywhere, but I was wiping cocoa off of all the other containers and yeah, what a mess. And then I decided to rearrange my nitro pods again. I still wasn't happy with them. I thought, why don't I put them in a grab and go container so I can take them along to different stuff. So I put them in a plastic Tupperware container that I didn't have to worry about breaking it. And this is where they ultimately stayed. Another strange ingredient you might not have in your cabinet, but I always do, is vanilla pudding mix. I like to buy it at the bulk store and then just keep it on hand because I have a really good chocolate chip recipe that calls for vanilla pudding mix. And then I also have a couple other desserty recipes where you mix like pudding with ice cream. Included in a video in the past, and it's just a really great way to take ice cream to stuff and not have to worry about it melting, and it tastes like just this really good creamy moussey flavor. Anyway, I digress. I'm getting off topic. So here I am just putting everything back into the pantry again. I put all my like peanut butter, syrups, and spreads in one, and then like the balsamics and oils and stuff in another one. And I did end up buying 2 more of these wooden bins just so I could use it on the other side, which you will see here in a bit. They were so handy. They were not the cheapest, but I really hope to use these for a long time in the future. They're so versatile and they fit just perfectly. And I did want to address my cabinet colors. I feel like they've been changing so much throughout the video, just with the different lighting from the different days. It is called Kitty Gray by Benjamin Moore. Some people see green, some people see blue, some people only see gray. It's kind of hard to get the lighting the same on all the different like days, even with like post-editing stuff. So if that's confusing you, why my cabinets look different at different times, it's just like, yeah, it's a very elusive color and I like that. And here I'm just making that grab and go container that I can grab quickly when I'm packing the diaper bag in the morning if we're headed out. And yeah, it just looks bright, colorful, and organized. And now it's on to labeling everything. This is my favorite part just because it makes everything look really good and intentional. I just designed them myself on Canva, printed them myself, and then cut them out. And then I used contact paper to not only coat them and keep them sturdy, but to also stick them to the bins. And this worked really well. I highly recommend it. I am debating whether I want to put these labels on my website because I feel like they're really specific to me. Like I definitely don't have every single ingredient out there that you guys would have, but then I also have weird things like vanilla pudding and nuts and seeds and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm not sure how helpful this really would be for you. And there's the finished product. I love this pantry. Let's take a little tour. So here it is. You're going to see that I have a lot of extra space now that everything's organized. I have my syrups and spreads, like I said, down here, and then my oils and balsamics. Up here is just like a lot of empty shelving actually right there, and some pasta. Here is various dry goods. Yeah, and everything is just organized really nicely and easy to find. And then I have like back stock, like an extra bag of flour, sugar, some things like that up there. And then on this side is, it's not quite as pretty on this side because it's just more colorful stuff, but I'm happy with it. It's very functional. Down here at the bottom, you see I have all my cereals and stuff lined up. I don't normally have that many, but I've been making snack mixes lately and they take a lot of different, you know, cereals like Corn Chex and Cheerios and stuff. And then in this bin here, I have just like sweets. I put the candy and things that we found flying around in there. And then this is the salty items. I think there's like some beef jerky, pretzels, some things like that. Here's the grab and go section for the kids. Here I did not label this because this bin's job is going to change a lot, but right now it is like hot cocoa, stuff like that. Here we have salad dressings and croutons and such. And then here I have like breakfast, I guess the breakfast bin. There's oatmeal packets in the back and granola. And this is some, I'm getting into Four Sigmatics protein stuff. I will talk about that maybe in the future if I find some good recipes with it. And then up here is just the canning shelves. Like I said, I did not put them like on steps or try to make them super pretty or anything. This just works for us. And I do have more canning stuff in the basement, like for homemade things and stuff like that. So yeah, this is just our little canning section. And then this bin is for our health and wellness, and I have my ritual vitamins in there, so definitely check them out at the end of this video. And yeah, there is my pantry. So what an accomplishment. It feels so good to have a system that I think is gonna work. It looks aesthetically, you know, nice for the most part. It's also super practical, function over pretty, right? But it's a little bit of pretty too. So I'm really thankful to have that off the list. I'm under no impression that it's gonna be like that forever. I will be doing many more pantry refreshes in my life. I know that that's just part of being a mom. In fact, Josh just walked in the door. He's like, what are you doing? And I said, I'm reorganizing the pantry. And he's like, is it gonna stay that way? And I'm like, no, that's what it means to be a mom. We would all go crazy if we thought about what happens to any work that we do 5 minutes afterwards, you know? You think you have all the laundry done and then somebody throws their socks in the wash. You sweep the kitchen floor and then in comes somebody with their boots. Like, it's never done, and that's fine. But I feel like when we tackle projects that have been on our list for a long time, it just gives us a little bit of a sense of accomplishment, and before and after pictures always help. So I hope this was motivational for you to get a project done off of your list. I hope to continue this series next in my closet, and I'm gonna talk to you guys about ways that I have wasted money and space buying clothes that I did not need, and yeah, that'll all be in a future video coming up. So subscribe, hit that bell button so that YouTube lets you know when I have a new video out every Thursday, sometimes on Mondays. I'll see you on the next one. Bye everyone.